Parkour, probably one of the most misunderstood discipline and underappreciated survival skill in recent times. As a parkour practitioner since 2001 and having worked in high-risk areas, let me share with you why parkour is important in urban survival and some of the techniques which I had applied and worked well. I know there are tons of parkour videos out there and by practitioners of insane skill level, but we are going back to the roots. This is parkour in the context of urban survival. This is assuming that you already have some basic understanding of parkour and probably done a couple of times. If you are a total beginner, I suggest you take up some classes in your area. I do private coaching too if you are based in Singapore. Before I even get into the parkour techniques, most people tend to be in active wear or their usual PT clothes when they train. In the context of survival, you may not have this luxury, so you may have to move around in your regular wear or work clothes. If any part of your body is being restricted, you may have to do something about it. Also, ensure that you are still able to quickly deploy the tools on you. The clothes which I usually wear, I ensure that my mobility isn't being restricted. Occasionally, if I'm out in the sun for a while, my pants may start to stick onto my thighs, and I may have abrasion around my inner thighs. I overcome this by wearing certain underclothes, such as a compression wear or rash guard. Also, to keep in mind that your phone and wallet shouldn't be hindering you. I used to have an issue with lifting up my legs as the phone inside my pocket is blocking, but I have since rectified that. The landing. Bend your knees and elbow, land on the balls of your feet. You may have heard this quite a number of times if you have taken a class. Now, try this with one hand or while holding something. Could be a bag, phone, or weapon. As you land, practice immediately run to different directions. In an actual survival situation, you may find yourself changing direction multiple times. The lazy vault. Best executed when you're facing an obstacle diagonally or from the side. Practice landing facing different directions as well as holding something in your hand. You may have to switch the item to your other hand. It will also help to simply practice the act of running and picking up your bag with minimum loss in speed. The turn vault is used when you need to dismount from a much higher ground. If you already acquired this technique, you may find it easier if you are running along the obstacle. There are other ways to dismount if you need to execute it with one arm. Here, I show you some of the different variations. Other movements which you may practice include balancing with full gear or climbing while holding something. Of course, ideally, you may want to be hands-free. Make sure your bag is secured while you are running. Ultimately, your movement or techniques are only limited by your creativity. There will be scenarios which you may need to develop a new technique or variation. This video just serves as a basic guideline on parkour in the context of survival. Good luck and stay safe.